Hey guys, Frank here, your versatile general aviation aviator, and I am in the Airbus A321 doing a mission um, from Raleigh, Durham, which I recently took off from. And the plan is to climb up to flight level 120 or 12,000 feet. And we're going to go to Liberty, the Liberty VOR, make a turn track to the South Boston VOR, and make a turn back to the southeast to the Tar River VOR, and then back to Raleigh, Durham on the Brady 6 arrival. Let's see if I pull out, could this, yeah, it's really hard to show you. But yeah, this is South Boston, Tar River's down here somewhere, and then anyway, you get the idea.
Good.
So I don't fly the Airbus A320, so I am learning to fly the A321 rather.
Flight
And-
level 100 procedure.
And I got Linda, my trusty first officer,
Flight level 100 procedure completed.
which since I don't know really what I'm doing, auto throttle is off.
To film.
What does this mean? Auto throttle off. Auto throttle is on. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. Auto flight. Auto throttle off. Company message. Oh, I got a discontinuity here. So I need to get rid of that. So if I hit clear, adjust desired hidden track, take off data uplink, turn, try clear again. There we go. And now let's see, I should just fly the plane. So theoretically, I shouldn't have to do a lot. Base. Go here and hit select plan progress actually. Well, this progress doesn't show me what I'm used to seeing in a progress page. So we just do flight plan. They say Airbus do stuff almost 180 degrees from the way Boeing does stuff. And that doesn't bother me, but it does bother me when I'm flying an airplane and I got so much stuff happening in the airplane that I don't really know what I'm doing. See, like my throttles, shucks. My throttles are on this CL. I think CL is climb, cruise, not sure. Because I'm definitely not, I'm climbing. Well, no, I'm cruising. I'm at 12, I'm at my flight level, cruising. And don't need to be cruising that fast. Not this low, because I am down here with GA traffic. So let's see if we can't do a intervention, speed intervention So I'm gonna hit the speed button. I'm gonna pull the speed button and I'm gonna dial it back to 280, right? But I'm gonna go back to the FMS speed or the Mac do speed just to make the video shorter. Okay. So we are coming up on South Boston, Virginia, VOR. And then we'll make a turn to roughly, it's hard to see what that head is gonna be. Should have it here, South Boston track 132. So we're gonna turn roughly to a head in the turn to a head in the 132. Okay. I'm gonna head into the Liberty of 267, which is virtually due west. And I'm looking at these numbers here and they don't make sense to me. Because if I'm on heading to 167, heading, and this would look like a heading of, let's see, I'm sorry, 267. So 267, you would think it'd be about right up in here, just past the 250 mark. Yeah, so again, not understanding these numbers here. Let's see if I see something that show me what my head is. Usually it would be somewhere up in here and see. Yeah, it look like I'm on a head in a 395 with 380. Tell you what, let's line our heading bug up. Okay. So heading bug says I'm on a head in a 037. You know what? 267 is the speed. My bad. 038 is the head. Now it's consistent. Okay. Yeah, consistent now with what I would expect. All right, then I'm gonna turn to a head in a 133, not 339. And when I turn to that head, it looks like I'm gonna pick up significant speed. In fact, I should only be at 11,001, and I'm so yeah, I've got a lot to learn. Got a lot to learn about this aircraft. And so many of you guys fly it and love it. So any shortcomings is definitely in a destination data. Any shortcomings is definitely gonna be on me and not the airplane, because too many of you guys fly it and love it. All right, so I want ILS, 5 lefts, right? Okay, and I'm doing the grade 6 arrival. No deal. And insert in a destination data. Picked up that discontinuity again, so let's clear it. Clear, 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 clear. Return. Must have had something in my scratch pad. Clear. Insert. The clear. All right, that got rid of it. All right, so I'm about to make my turn at South Boston. And I can see the towels changing here. I'm not sure what's ortho and what's X-plane. Or it may both be ortho, I don't know. It's been so long. Okay, so yeah, now this looks like ortho. So I think the other was X-plane, because I've got a few more features I can make out. Right. So why did I get the Airbus? I've got 2 buddies who I fly with occasionally, and they love this airplane. I've been flying the 737, and they're so much into the Airbus that, you know, I'm like, well, at least let me give it a try and see if I like it. Albeit they fly to Phoenix and I'm flying to Toliss, because I don't fly the corporate simulator. I don't fly Microsoft Flight Simulator. I would have, I'm gonna tell you, it's a story behind that. I would be a Microsoft Flight Simulator flyer, except for I bought Microsoft Flight Simulator day 1, and it was full of bugs for the first, probably the first year that it was out. And with all those bugs, everybody was treating it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And it was full of bugs. And I didn't get it, you know. Now, I would have gotten it if Microsoft had a team of content creators that they bought off and had them sign an NDA, and they made it sound like it was complete. It was the best thing since sliced bread. Anyway, so it left such a bad taste in my mouth. And then even when I got over that taste, just going up and being able to set up views, I mean, you know, just out of the box, my hat button works, right? With Microsoft, you know, let's say I want to look here, it's a hassle just looking around. Whereas with X-Plane, you know, no hassles whatsoever. Now a, I do use X camera, um, and started using X camera before I realized that I could set up quick views just using X-Plane. So anyway, that's another story. But yeah, trying to set up views in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then the other thing was trying to set up my peripherals like the throttle and the yoke. Um, it was a nightmare, and I'm like, this is a lot harder than it should be. So yeah. Um, Now it is a great sim, and it is absolutely beautiful. When you're flying around and you're looking out the window at this level at Microsoft Flight Simulator, I give it to you. Yep, it look a hell of a lot better out the window at this level than X-Plane. I don't discount that. And with Microsoft 2024, it's probably even going to look better because they're making it closer to the way X-Plane looked. They're taking out some of that saturation and putting in a lot more realistic colors. And a lot of the things that X-Plane has been doing for years, they're just bringing to Microsoft Flight Simulator. And it's like, come on. You got a team of around anywhere between 30 to 50 people and creating a simulator versus 300 to 500 people building a simulator. So yeah, it ought to get, it ought to be miles above X-Plane, but it's not. I mean, it's got some features that I wish X-Plane had. It's got a lot of, it's got a developer community that has come from primarily from X-Plane, I do believe, and of course, there's always been the PMD people. I mean, the PT3 people, like PMDG, that, but unfortunately, a lot of the talent that X-Plane had is now with Microsoft Flight Simulator. But we still got a great deal of talent on the X-Plane side. Toliss, Flight Factor, Hot Start, IXEG, to name a few. Yeah. So yeah, X-Plane is in a good position, and as with Microsoft Flight Simulator, the what am I trying to say? The stuff that they're working on is just getting better and better. And I feel like X-Plane, now, I'm not even going to talk about the flight model, but I feel like X-Plane is not as gamey as Microsoft Flight Simulator. Of course, in my case, I use it more as a game than a simulator. And the reason I say that is because I fly stuff that I'm not going to fly in real life. Both of them are simulators, but I think Microsoft is moving to make it a little bit more gamey, flying missions and, yeah. The other thing that kind of keep me away from Microsoft Flight Simulator is that I really believe they are going to be the first to move to a subscription model. And the reason I say first is because as soon as they move to a subscription model, I'm sure that X-Plane will follow suit because that's where the money is at. But the reason I say that Microsoft, I think, is headed to a subscription model because at the next version, they'll be basically streaming everything. Streaming the scenery, streaming your airplanes. Well, some of the airplanes. And that takes quite a bit of ongoing resources and maintenance just to maintain that streaming system. And either that, if they don't go to a subscription system, well, they're pretty much already there. I mean, let's say $100. Well, let's say $150 every 4 years, and that what is that? About $40 a year, $45-50 a year, something like that. Which isn't bad, but with X-Plane, they'll update the time between X-Plane 11 and 12 was like 7 years, but I hear on average it's been about 5 years. And while you're not compelled to upgrade to, while you can still fly Microsoft 2020, most of the people who I know just is already salivating for 2024, and I think they're gonna find that it's gonna initially leave a lot to be desired, unless you got a high-end machine and a really decent and solid internet. I mean, if your internet is iffy and you're flying 2024, then I think you're gonna find yourself revert back to 2020 if you don't delete it. And if you do delete it, you find you're gonna wind up reinstalling it. Now, with that said, there are some things about X-Plane's path from X-Plane 11 to X-Plane 12 that I think was really lousy. Number one, X-Plane, well, there's one big thing I think is really lousy, and that is X-Plane has virtually abandoned X-Plane 11. I mean, they go, we've supported it for 7 years. We've moved on to X-Plane 12. So either you move on and keep up with us, or you can continue flying X-Plane 11, but you can cancel getting any kind of support. So if for some reason I run into a problem or find some bug in X-Plane 11 that the developer ought to address, then I'm SOL, out of luck. And I think that is just not good business. All right, let's see. I want to turn the light up. Let me move in closer. Just a little bit closer. Brightness up a little bit. All right, so 12,000 at TYI, and then top of descent is going to be right after the Brad. And looks like I should come down to to 1730. Okay. And I'm leaving this at a 40 nautical mile look ahead. Change it to 30. All right. Yeah, the 40 looks good. So maybe this little red dot denotes the top of descent. I'm learning, trying to figure this out. Red dot means something. The magenta dot, actually. Guess it's magenta. Means something. I just don't know what it means. Had all these keys set up. I thought that's not working. Overhead panel, give the that key there. FM where Mac do. Just looking for the key. I usually have a key that zooms me right into this without me having to do it manually. Right. So let's look at this again. My speed should come back. I'm on Mac dual speed, so my speed should come back under 10. And now, if I'm at 284 at windy, then I'm going to have to introduce drag to get down. So, yeah, get to the top, yeah. All right, go down. Windy, deep red, windy. So that's 30 knots, and I don't like 50 at RDU. Make that 180. But let's see. Where is the decel? Yeah, to 248. And then, well, I guess I might be far enough out to Weeples 145. Yeah, I can go. Okay. Weeples 145. I'm looking at speeds. Guess that I can live with that 3% glide slope from Weeples to Raleigh, Durham. Yeah. All right. Progress. Performance. That initiation. Initialize. Flight plan. All right. Then up to know if I could put a ring, a fix. I don't see a way to put a fix around RDU. And I don't know what any of this LLXing increase. No, I'm not sure how that works. So a lot to learn. Okay, like plan. So yeah, me ranting about Microsoft and go ahead and dial this down to Weeples. Dial it down to 17. And assuming that it works similar to the way it works in the Boeing, like the 20-mile look ahead. And if that magenta dot.
So
If that's magenta dot is the top of descent, then I guess we'll find out, right? Or it's either the top of descent or I think it's the top of descent. And this auto flight, auto throttle off. And auto freeze, auto throttle. And I know I was looking at something and there was some difference between the heading track and the track this way out. Yeah, so a lot to learn. I don't even know what LPA stand for. Flight plan altitude. I don't know. A lot of times just the names of stuff kind of define what it means. In fact, you ever watch those movies? Let's see what this is. Breaks. You ever watch those movies that have these names that have nothing to do with the show? Trying to think of one, but it eludes me. I remember watching Dances with Wolves with Mel Gibson, and I thought just by the name of it that there was going to be a wolf involved. Of course, I think that I'm not even sure that his Indian Native American name was Wolf, but or the tribe used wolves as their but anyway, trying to think of another movie that the name had nothing to do, actually was misleading from what the movie was actually all about. Well, right now my Aviate, but if it pops into my mind, then I will let you guys know. Okay. So we just taking 160 passengers for a ride, and we should be on our approach, where we are on our approach. We passed that little dot and we are not descending. Do I need to do something to make the airplane descend? I guess so. Let's try. Shucks, what do I need to do? Approach. To folk. Yeah, that's not gonna come on. Airplane. Pulling back on the throttle ain't gonna help. So I don't know. Look at that. There's RDU right there. And let's see. So let's kill the autopilot. And let's cancel that noise. And let's do the equivalent. Keep pulling back on the throttle to slow the airplane down. I want to drop the nose. See, expedite. So I'm pulling this out and I'm not getting anything out of the mouse button. Yeah. All right, let me get out of the constraints because I need to do a dive to the, I'm at 12,000. Is it descending now? Did I descend it? Oh, vertical speed, out of descend. All right, so let's try vertical speed and let's bring us down. And we'll dive at 5,000 feet. Now I got the constraint off. Lever. Top. Good.
Approach training activated. Ready for a approach checklist.
Right, speed brakes are deployed. And I'm gonna ignore the first officer. Okay, so looks like since I don't have auto throttle on, autopilot on, I've got to fly the airplane. And that changed my view. Get in a look. Well, can't get in any closer. All right, 10,000. Give me my landing lights. I'm sure she'd do that for me. So I thought she would. That lights on. This come around. Landing lights on.
Landing lights on.
Forgot I could talk to her. So I'm low enough now to turn my constraint back on. So thought that would automatically cause my nose to raise. Okay, I want to slow down now. Okay. She is slowing down. All right, I'm under 250, so I can get me some drag on. See the runway. Okay, so I got. See if I can't deploy some speed, some laps. Laps, but I'm at 3,800 feet.
Happiness to the approach checklist.
I'm looking for the airport. I thought that was it originally.
1,000 to go.
And see, that's Durham at the. Well, I don't know what's what. So the problem RDU. She, it's a situational awareness here. Okay, I think this is the airport right here. So I should pass the airport, so let me come around. And why am I climbing at decelerate? I don't know. But is that the airport? This one? I don't know what that is. I don't see an airport out there. But I'm not touching anything. Okay, auto throttle still on. Oh, see, let me cancel the auto throttle. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Now I can manipulate. Now I can control the speed. And so I have no control over the trim, right? So, oh, okay, well, I don't have a trim on my stick. So I guess I wouldn't have any control over it, which sucks, kinda. But like I said, too many of you guys love this airplane, so I know it's gotta be me. All right, and the 180 it has the weepers. I'm controlling the speed, not the computer. But I can't control, well, I can't trim, so I'm gonna have to use the elevators. So I should be slowing the flaps in. And that slacks. Like that. Let's start making that turn towards the, oh man, I'm right up closer to the runway than I thought. And let's go flaps 4. That nose down. Beat off some of this speed. Out.
Down to shut up. Ready for landing shadow list.
All right. Yeah, see, I'm hand flying it. It's funny that I'm more comfortable hand flying everything. I mean, granted, I can't fly as well as the autopilot, but when it comes to landing, and if I don't know what I'm doing with the autopilot, I am more comfortable hand flying it. Now, I think I'm too high, to be able to engage the ILS to go back on autopilot and hit approach. But I'm gonna do that anyway. Autopilot, approach. Adam. Yeah, I guess the plane go, hey, we both can't fly the auto. It's either you or the autopilot. And guess it's gonna be me. Say I'm way too high to hit what I wanted.
Ground spoilers. Recurve relay.
A 100.
70 knots.
Right. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
And
Ready for after landing procedure.
whoa, good. I held that too long, didn't I? All right. Start APU.
APU start. Rate temperature is high.
So what does that mean?
After landing procedure completed. Ready for after landing checklist.
All right, just dispense with the checklist. Because I know I'm not flying it correctly, so maybe some stuff that I didn't do. Well, we'll do the checklist. Do the checklist for whatever reason.
After landing checklist. Radar and predicted wind shear system. Off. After landing checklist completed.
Now come back to where we started from. Somewhere up in here. I know we got a Frontier livery. I haven't shown it to you, but yep, got a Frontier livery. All right, let's get back in the cockpit. Taxi lights off.
Chassis lights off.
Let's see if the marshal shows up. Just a minute. Well, yeah, I see him. He's behind that, well, no, that's not him. That's, he's not gonna show up. Let's see, plug in. Let's cycle. Again, manually activate. And Marshall. That's okay. Stop right here. Get up a little closer. Stop right there. See how close we on that truck. Not very close at all. All right. So we go ahead and put on our parking brakes. Keep on. Yeah.
Ready for parking procedure.
Parking procedure. Whatever that is.
Parking procedure. Captain, please shut down engine 1. Please shut down engine 2.
Good. All right. So that was interesting. That was interesting. Yeah, I had a little rant in there,
Parking procedure.
but there's no doubt
Ready for parking checklist.
that I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, we'll dispense with the parking checklist. And let's see. Guess these 160 folks can come get off. But yeah, it's different. You know, flying the Airbus is certainly different than flying the Boeing 737. So I can attest to that. Anyway, it's different, but it was fun. I enjoyed it, enjoyed having you along. So as always, until next time.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.